10 horror-themed villains who should appear in Venom 3. Venom 3 is set to take the silver screen by storm in just over a year, yet few details regarding its story or cast of characters have emerged. While that isn't too surprising considering the amount of time left between now and the film's release, this lack of information does leave room for plenty of speculation as to where exactly the next Venom film will be headed. Fans have already seen the likes of Riot, Carnage, and Shriek terrorize Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock, and with how much the second film ratcheted up the tension compared to the first, it is hard to imagine that the same won't follow for the third. As such, it only makes sense to look toward the comics for signs of what might be in store for Venom 3, and the source material is full of various villains who could easily take to the spotlight. Like many of the villains Eddie Brock has faced over the years, Mac Gargan, best known as the Scorpion, is far more closely associated with Spider-Man than he is with Venom. At least, that is true when it comes to the heroes whom Gargan has faced off against, whereas he and the Venom symbiote itself have a shared history that brought them closer together than anyone could have anticipated at the time. It was in the pages of 2005's Marvel Knights, Spider-Man number 10 when Gargan made his debut as the then latest host to the Venom symbiote. As a member of the Sinister 12, Gargan was a force to be reckoned with, though that was only the beginning of his tenure as Venom. Before long, Gargan was slinging webs across the New York City skyline as one of the most forward-facing members of Norman Osborn's Dark Avengers. That particular chapter of his career didn't last long. It cemented the ties between Gargan and Marvel's symbiotes, which have only grown in the years since then thanks to the likes of the offshoot of Venom known as Mania. Angelo Fortunato was never an especially menacing figure in his own right, which was probably the point of his entire comic book storyline. Initially bonded to the Venom symbiote after it was purchased at auction by his disappointed father, Angelo quickly took to overt villainy in a bid to make a name for himself, only to realize how absolutely out of his element he always was.